Welcome back, runners. I'm excited about today's shoe review. It's a shoe that has an extremely loyal fan base, and we're talking about the Lone Peaks from Altra. Today we're going to see if Altra's claims of the subtle updates to the Lone Peak 6 actually add to the great experience that we had in the Lone Peak 5s, or if they took away from it. Here, I'm Dustin Hall, your everyday Altra runner. Today I'm talking about the Lone Peak 6 from Altra. I'm excited about this because I logged a lot of miles in the Lone Peak 5s and thought the shoe could basically do no wrong. If you're not familiar with the Altra brand, they have an almost cult-like following due to their zero drop platform and their wide foot-shaped toe box. Before we get into our first impressions of the Lone Peak 6, it would mean the world to me if you'd go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button to let the YouTube algorithm know that what I'm producing is important and they should put it in front of more great runners like you. So let's talk about what's new. First up that's new this year is that price tag. At $139, we're looking to spend $10 more than the previous version that I think's on sale right now at Running Warehouse for about $90. So is that $10 or potentially even $40, $50 worth it? Let's open up the box and find out. I have to say right out of the box, this looks like a Lone Peak. Just, they've kept the look, the minimalist profile, everything that I would expect when you say Lone Peak. But there are a few subtleties that automatically catch my eye. First is the weight. It feels lighter in my size, which is US 9. And doing a little bit of research, that is the case. It's almost 1 ounce lighter, which is substantial. But we have to ask, what did we give up or what did we trade to get that? Let's talk about some of the other updates. First is if you look around the toe cap and the rest of the shoe, you can tell that the drainage holes are different. There's a lot more of them. They're a lot larger compared to the laser cut holes from last year. So the shoe should drain incredibly fast. In my follow-up video, I will probably test this to let you know. The next thing that catches my eyes is that there's a new lacing system. The steel bar that used to be here for your gaiter is gone, saving a little bit of weight. They still made an eyelet for the lace to come through so that you can hook your gaiter directly to the lace and it not slip from side to side. And also on the lacing system, they've added an extra eyelet as well, about halfway up. This will allow you to lace your shoe in different styles or change where the pressure is. So if you're a runner that maybe has a higher arch and it rubs the top of your foot often, you might be able to relieve some pressure with this. And question of the day. When it comes to lacing your trail shoes, do you normally go with the standard lace? Do you use the last eyelet and do a runner's knot, a parallel system? Let me know down in the comments what kind of lacing you prefer. Next up is the actual heel hook. This used to be vertical. They changed it to a horizontal layout. I'm not sure how I like this. I haven't actually put the shoe on yet, but I could see some advantages of pulling it, or if you're a thru hiker, being able to hang it a little bit easier. Not sure it makes a big difference. Also, when we're talking about the heel, I can actually tell that this material in the heel is not nearly as thick as last year. It feels thinner, a little bit more breathable. So I'm gonna guess that's part of where that 1 ounce went. The outsole looks almost identical overall. So those are the things that stand out right away to me out of the box. Let's talk about what we like. The first off is that Altra stayed true to its roots and it delivered a great, versatile, all-around trail shoe. It's I like the low profile of this. I think it's only like 23 millimeters of stack height. But for that 23 millimeters, that midsole material that they use is soft. It's not overly soft and squishy, but it is soft. It feels nice, and you can feel that energy return. It still has great protection with that rock plate, but still provides a lot of great ground contact and not overly rigid. I still really like that outsole. Their Max Track outsole, I think it does a great job of not getting caked on mud, especially this time of year, winter, early spring, you get a lot of that. Or if you just race like I do, it's probably gonna rain. So I like the tacky material. I think that they do a great job. A note about the fit, since I've ran a few miles in these now. The first is it does run true to size. I actually sized down in the Lone Peak 5s, but kept my normal size here. And I know Altra has been working on getting their sizing more standardized. You can feel it. Also, with the gusseted tongue in the upper, to me it feels like it's more snug through the midfoot and easier to lock down, but still giving that room in the toe box for that splay. I also didn't notice this at first, but they changed the little tongue tag to help you pull that from a harder, almost like leather material, to something that's real soft. So if you're wearing low-cut socks, there's no issues. The don't likes, and I think this is really hard with a Lone Peak because you know about what you're getting. My worry is always durability. I've been hit or miss, only getting like 250 miles, 300 out of a pair before they break down. And that's about it for the dislikes out of the box. That there's not much. I'm gonna do a comparison of these where I wear one of these and one of the 5s to really give a bigger difference and an update, probably around 50 or 100 miles on the shoe. So in conclusion, Altra has continued to move their namesake shoe, the Lone Peak, in the right direction. It's been very minor changes, but in this case, that's a great thing. They already had a very solid platform, and if they would have changed too much, I think that they would have lost what so many runners like about it. The small changes have left a great shoe even better, slightly lighter, and even more comfortable. While it's only January, I can already tell you, I'm going to be reaching for this shoe a lot this year, because I do think that it's very versatile. It will even probably keep a spot in my bag for races. If you're new to zero drop or wanting to try a zero drop shoe, I recommend checking out the Lone Peak 6. And if you're on the fence about a zero drop, make sure you check out this video here, where I talk about a different shoe that has a minimal drop, still a wide toe box, and what I thought was actually the shoe of the year for 2021. If you haven't already, please hit that like button and subscribe. It means the world to me and helps out. And until next time, just keep lacing up and hitting those trails.